says, "My darling Tom, through thick and thin, good and bad, and everything in between, I will always choose you. Can't wait to marry you today and make even more memories together. I will see you very soon. Remember to breathe, take in every moment, because this is the start of our forever. With all my heart, Dinabee X." You're the first person I want to see when I wake up and the last person I see before I go to sleep.
Knee-jerk reaction is fight or flight. First sign of color, I run and hide. But you came like rain on a summer night, and I think you're rewiring my mind. I've been taking cover under my skin, but I wanna step outside and take it all in. Baby, it's like a light storm to be yours. Thunder crashing till the sky's torn. You're like a light storm, a light storm.
Of Dinabee and Thomas, I'd like to warmly welcome all of you, family, friends, and loved ones who have traveled all this way to Fiji to celebrate this incredibly special moment. Your presence means more than you know. You're part of the story, part of the journey, and now part of the promise. As we gather here today surrounded by love, it's clear that this moment is not just about the union of two hearts, but also the coming together of two families who are here to share in this commitment that Thomas and Dinabee make to one another, and to show your continued support and love as they take this step forward as a couple. For Thomas and Dinabee, this is not the beginning of a new relationship, but an acknowledgement of the next chapter in their lives. They have spent years nurturing and building a life together, and today we can honor and celebrate this relationship. It is this love that fills today with so much joy and significance. Now, before both of you are joined in matrimony, it is my duty to remind you of the solemn and binding characters of a marriage, which is in the law a voluntary union of a man and a woman to the exclusion of others. May I now ask Is this marriage in accordance to your own wish and desire?
Yes.
Yes.
It's a yes, family and friends. A big round of applause for Thomas and Dinabee. The marriage of a man and a woman is intended by nature to be a union of two hearts, bodies, minds, action in single love, affection and joy, a union of strength, sympathy and delight, the exchange of wishes and the joy and fulfillment of a secure family life. Marriage enables two people to share their desires, their longings, their dreams and memories, to help each other through their uncertainties, to provide the support and encouragement to risk more, thus gain more. You know, Thomas and Dinabee, in marriage, we learn to give each other reassurances by the complete sharing of ourselves. Thomas, 110% would be even better, vice versa. So the complete sharing of yourselves physically, emotionally, intellectually, and spiritually. Thus, you're about to make this commitment based on your mutual love and understanding. Now, since it is your intention to marry, I will now ask you to publicly declare before everyone who is here to witness. Thomas Ashby, someone's in trouble. Will you accept Dinabee Sanders to be your wife? Look her in the eyes. To live together, you will comfort her, honor her, keep her in good health, even when she is sick. And forsaking all others, you will be faithful to her. And do you promise to provide her with all the necessities of her life, so long as you both shall live?
I do.
Did you hear that? It was an I do, family and friends. Dinabee Sanders, will you accept Thomas Ashby to be your husband? To live together, you will comfort him, honor him, keep him in good health even when he is sick, and forsaking all others, you will be faithful to him. And do you promise to provide him with all the necessities of his life, so long as you both shall live?
I do.
That was a quick one. It's an I do, family and friends. Thomas and Dinabee will now exchange wedding vows, in other words, the promises they will make to each other.
Dinabee, I would choose you in every scenario, in every lifetime. Together we've built a beautiful life with our girls, and I worry a whole lot less for them, knowing they have the best mum to look up to. In you, they see a strong, kind and patient guide, someone whose thoughtfulness, playfulness and joy make our family feel whole. I'll never forget how even on our very first date, you were so down to earth and protective, guarding my unfinished drink from the waiter. A small moment that showed the care you've carried into everything since. From the moment we met, I've been amazed at how effortlessly we fit together as if it was always meant to be. It's with this that I promise to support you, to laugh with you, to keep learning from you, and to challenge you just as you have challenged me, and to keep being your partner in everything, including being the one who annoys you the most. You are my home, my adventure, and the love I will always choose, my sweet.
Please share your vows with Thomas.
Tom, from the moment we first met, I felt like there was something special between us. I may have thought you ditched me when you had strep throat, but in the end, our friendship blossomed so quickly into something beautiful. I knew even then that you were the one for me. Thank you for being the calm to my chaos, for being the rock I lean on through thick and thin. You are the most thoughtful, kind, and loving partner I could ever ask for. I am grateful for everything you've done and for everything you'll continue to do for me and for our girls. You truly are the other half I didn't even know I was missing until I found you. I promise to be the best partner I can be, to be open and honest, and to always be your biggest cheerleader. I promise to always be your sweet and to let you sleep in sometimes and to never ever make gluten pancakes again. Sorry. I vow never to give up on us, to laugh with you in moments of joy and to comfort you in times of sorrow, to keep building a life full of love, learning, laughter, and yes, Pokemon, because we've got to catch them all. Finally, I promise to cherish you every single day, to appreciate the small moments that make us who we are, and to love you unconditionally for all the days of our lives.
Thomas and Dinabee, please turn toward your family and friends in the audience. Take a minute to look at all those beautiful faces smiling back at you. I know I don't need to tell either of you how extremely rare it is to have all your people together in one place like this. Take a breath and take it in. Family and friends, now it is your turn. Each one of you is here because you have had an impact in Thomas and Dinabee's life. Now may I ask, will you continue to love and support them as they grow together in their lifetime of marriage to come? If the answer is a resounding yes, please give me a we do on 3. 1, 2, 3. Thomas and Dinabee, only 2 seconds. A kiss to seal the promises you have just made. Thomas, 2 seconds. Family and friends, a big round of applause for Thomas and Dinabee. Thomas and Dinabee will now exchange wedding rings to seal the promises they have just made. Well, you know what, family and friends? One of you down there is sitting on one of those notes that says, you are a ring bearer for today. So can you quickly check under your seat? If you are that person, 2 people, that's right. So 2 of you. If you are one of those, please come forward. Please check. Woo! So we've got one. There's one still out there. Come on, look, look, look. So I'm guessing the other one would be from this row. I'm sure it's somewhere there. Please look carefully. Come on, someone's got to have this privilege and this honor. Yay, let's give them a big round of applause. So if you could please come forward with the rings. Open up the rings and bring it forward. Family and friends, let's give them a big round of applause. Oh, so lovely. Tom and Dinabee, if you can take the rings out. Just the rings. If you could take the rings out, please. Pass the cases over. They can leave it on the table. Hold hands, please. Hey, family and friends, that's what makes a wedding. Thomas and Dinabee, wedding rings serve as a symbol of vows which you both have taken. As these rings are made of the earth's finest materials, so shall your love be of the richest of human values. As these rings are without edge or seam, having no beginning and no end, it symbolizes the perfection of love, which knows no end. Oh, I love that. May he who gives this ring and she who wears it continue to be faithful to each other, live together in good health, peace, and happiness. You're going to fit in Dinabee's first, and then Dinabee will fit in yours after. I'm going to stand out of the picture. Family and friends, a big round of applause for Thomas and Dinabee. I will now ask them to step over this side for the signing of their certificate. Thomas and Dinabee, from today, Thomas, you will say, "This is my wife," and Dinabee, you will say, "This is my husband." It was a great pleasure for me to have performed this marriage under the powers conferred upon me as a marriage officer under the Marriage Act of Fiji. I now pronounce Thomas and Dinabee as husband and wife. You may now kiss your beautiful bride. Please stand.
First sign of color, I run and hide. But you came like rain on a summer night. And I think you're rewiring my mind. I've been taking cover under my skin, but I wanna step outside and take it all in. 'Cause baby, it's like a light storm to be yours. Thunder crashing till the sky's torn. You're like a light storm, a light storm. Oh. Bring me to life. One touch and I'm on some kind of high. You're painting scenes on my storyline, so carry me where you like. I'm used to taking cover under my skin, but I wanna step outside and take it all in. 'Cause baby, it's like a light storm to be yours. Finding freedom in the downpour. You're like a light storm, a light storm. it's like a light storm to be yours. Feelings flooding through the front door. You're like a light storm, a light storm. I'm used to taking cover under my skin, but I wanna step outside and take it all in. 'Cause baby, it's like a light storm to be yours. Finding freedom in the downpour. You're like a light storm, a light storm. Baby, it's like a light storm to be yours. Feelings flooding through the front door. You're like a light storm, a light storm.
All right, Bula again, ladies and gentlemen. My name is Nathan, and yeah, I'm your DJ and MC for tonight. We will head straight into our first formality, and it's a reading from Maylin. So if I could ask Maylin to come up to the stage. Yeah.
I think it's quite amusing that I'm now allowed a microphone after a couple of drinks. Maybe I'll just like ad-lib and... I do have a couple of readings that pre-married Dinabee and Tom chose for you. So the first one is called Love, and it's by Roy Croft. I love you, not only for who you are, but for who I am when I'm with you. I love you not only for what you have made of yourself, but for what you're asking of me, what you're making of me, sorry. I love you for the part of me that you bring out, for putting your hand into my heart and drawing out the beauty that no one else has looked far enough to find. I love you because you are helping me to make of the lumber of my life not a tavern but a temple, out of my everyday not a reproach but a song. I love you because you've done more than any creed could have done to make me good, and more than any fate could have done to make me happy. You have done it without a touch, without a word, just by being yourself. I actually cried when I read these. I have another one. This one's called These Are the Hands by Debbie Heron. These are the hands of your best friend, young and strong and full of love, that hold yours on your wedding day, as you promise to love each other today, tomorrow and forever. These are the hands that will hold you and your children, Hadley and Maeve, when fear or grief temporarily comes your way. These are the hands that will give you strength when you need it. And lastly, these are the hands that even when wrinkled and aged will still be reaching for yours, still giving you the same unspoken tenderness with just a touch. Ta-da! Thank you.
Thank you, Maylin. All right, ladies and gentlemen, the buffet dinner is ready. So if I could ask the bride and groom to serve theirs first, followed by, we'll go by tables 1 and 2, and then 3 and 4. Thank you. All right, so first up to the mic, we have Dick.
Bulla, everybody. For all those that I haven't met, during the course of the couple of days here in Fiji, I'm the father of the bride. My name's Dick Sander, and yeah, our pleasure in saying a few words in relationship to the bride. And I'll be nice. So, a couple of formalities. On behalf of Ed and Liz Ashby, they would like to welcome Dinabee into the Ashby family. Also, at the same time, on behalf of my wife Denny and myself, I'd like to welcome Tom to our family. And I think over the last few years that's been pretty well taken care of. But as I said, formalities will go through. A little bit of history. So we go back a little while. It's been an honour to say a few words on behalf of my daughter. Dinabee has always been determined through either sport or through her profession and work, and through just everyday dealings with people. She's caring, a little bit stubborn at times, a little bit. There was a rumour going back a few years now, probably 10, 12, that she had had a list of requirements for suitors, and that must have been built up. And I was originally oblivious to the except of 1 point, and I'll get to that a bit later. We had an official meeting probably 7 years ago, and we normally have a Father's Day celebration or brunch. We used to go out to a cafe, and this time it was designated to be on the parade. And my younger daughter, Darian, mentioned that Dinabee was bringing someone along, and it took me a bit by a little bit of a shock. And so Dinabee arrived late, which sometimes is the case, and introduced me to Tom. And so Tom, when he walked through the door, said, he's a sizable lad. And when I stood up to shake his hand, I realised that he'd already passed one of the requirements of Dinabee, and that had to be over 6 foot tall. And Tom being 6'5", and that led me to believe that if this was going to go any further, the siblings that might come along later would be basketball, swimming, all those things where at least a 6'7", 6'8" person might be, a youngster might be along there somewhere. So I thought at that point Tom had passed 1 out of at least 10. So he didn't do too bad first up. But on that reflection, going back and thinking about that day when we first met Tom, I did notice a subtle change in Dinabee. It was a slightly different body language, a sparkle in her eye, and it was as if she had found her man, and that was the early part of the scenario. She was somewhat presenting Tom to us, and as Tom as her beau. But there was a build-up to this period, and this is pre that, and it involved a number of her friends' involvement, and Tom James Martin, who's here today, worked his heart out in relationship to working his continued efforts to break down Dinabee's list of requirements into something more male orientated and more achievable. So, and if you understand Tom, going back a few years ago, he had a full head of hair, and I think he lost most of it through the association with Dinabee. But thanks must go to Bianca. Now, I met Bianca for the first time 2 days ago, and we got talking about different things, and I asked her a few things about how it all happened on her behalf, and she became the matchmaker. They were work colleagues, both Tom and Dinabee, and she worked with Tom more so than Dinabee, but found that, as she said, Tom had a good heart. And I think she saw in that the match between Tom and Dinabee, that the good heart came in regarding approach to Dinabee's suitors and lessened her requirements in relationship to Tom. And Tom's good heart blended in quite well. So voila, we finish up today, 7 years on, with Maeve and Hadley, part and parcel of a growing family. And also the amazing group of friends that are assembled before us today in celebrating Tom and Dinabee's wedding and their special day. So on behalf of Liz and Ed and Denny and myself, feel free to charge your glasses and make a toast to the bride and groom, and to Dinabee and Tom. And Tom.
Thank you, Dick. Now we will have the best man, Glenn, and yeah, I believe he's going to be reading some telegrams as well.
Evening, everyone. To start off, we have a message from Tom's mama that she sent through. To dear Tom and Dinabee, so wonderful to know you are now Mr. and Mrs. Ashby. I remember how happy I was when I became Mrs. Ashby. Always share your difficult times with each other, talk them over, and support each other. Even when life is busy, make time to be with and listen to each other and to your beautiful family. It is a beautiful world, and I'm sure your children will make it even better. Be each other's best friend. I wish for you both a life together full of happiness and joy. Love always, Mama. Try and change the bit of scenery back to sounded Bulla, everyone. I'm Glenn, and I first met Tom 17 years ago through some mutual friends. We were both introverted and doing IT degrees, so it was sort of, a match made at first sight. Since then, we've both acquired a few more grey hairs and a couple of young kids each. I'm sure you'd probably also assume that I have a lot of wild and crazy stories to regale you with this evening. Unfortunately for you, most of our adventurous nights involve trying to find some bargain takeaway food and sitting in comfortable silence for a few hours watching movies we've already seen. There is even a spreadsheet where we catalogue the movies and give them individual ratings. Thrilling stuff, but we wouldn't have it any other way. When I first met Tom, his chosen sleeping arrangement was a mattress on the floor of his share house. He's moved up in the world since then, physically and metaphorically, in no small part thanks to his better half keeping him in check. So thanks for that one, Dinabee. Tom is usually calm, collected, and easygoing, so long as he has fast and reliable Wi-Fi to play Pokemon Go, has had a full 10 hours of beauty sleep, and isn't planning a wedding. But I've never seen Tom as happy and content as since Dinabee's come into his life. It was around 7 years ago at my Bucks party that Tom first sheepishly told me he was seeing someone from work, and that quote, "I think it could be pretty serious." How right he was. I think it's clear to everyone that you guys are a perfect match. You're both so down to earth, easygoing, and fun to be around. And Tom, you're a lucky man. Not only have you bagged a CWA award-winning baker, but also someone who's probably sacrificed most of her cooking repertoire to cater to your gluten-free requirements. And so I'll probably leave you with an IT-themed bit of advice for the newlyweds. Love is a lot like a Wi-Fi connection. It's strongest when you're close to the source and frustrating when you lose connection or on different wavelengths. The key is to keep finding ways to stay connected. And so on that note, if everyone could please raise their glasses for another toast to the new couple, Tom and Dinabee.
Thank you, Glenn. And now we'll have the maid of honor, Catherine.
Thank you. The year was 2003. Good Charlotte's Lifestyles of the Rich and Famous was topping the charts, and I had just moved to Australia, friendless and alone. But one hot February day in math class, I learned that it was the girl behind me's birthday. So I turned around and wished her a happy birthday, and the rest, as they say, is history. Now today is rightfully all about Dinabee and Tom's love story, but I would like to take just a few minutes to share Din's and my love story. I've had a lot of time to reflect on this, and I've realized that female friendships, and I can't speak for the gents out there, but female friendships are where we practice love. I recently heard this simple marriage advice that every day you should ask yourself, how can I help my best friend today? It seemed to me the sweetest picture of a loving relationship. And now it's obvious that Dinabee and Tom are already doing this for one another. But I wanted to share a few thoughts as the friend that got the love and kindness practiced on. For the last 22 years, Dinabee has been the friend that has opened her door at 7 a.m., mind you, to let me cry on her shoulder, no questions asked. She's kept all my secrets and heard all my fears without judgment. She's held me through funerals and fed me in postpartum. And in equal measure, she's the first to celebrate any of my wins with the same enthusiasm as if it were her own. She's the one to make up ridiculous dances to musicians who have since been canceled. But those moves may make an appearance tonight on the dance floor. She's the one to say, yes, let's go for a ride in that shopping trolley. What could go wrong? My personal favorite, yes, netball is just like basketball. You'll pick it up. I did not. We've done many seasons of life together, and I can't imagine anyone better to grow up with. When I moved here without siblings, I had no idea that God had one right here waiting for me, and for that I am profoundly grateful. Tom, I still remember the day Dins told me about you. Something about the way she was describing you made me go, oh, here we go, in the very best way. When I finally got to meet you, it was easy to see that you were besotted with my Dins. So here we are now, years later, and you officially get to be the beneficiary of all the love, care, and kindness she has so selflessly practiced on me all of these years. To wrap this up, I'll say that although life spares no one of hard times, and this year you've had more than your fair share, those trials you faced together have made your bond stronger, and this moment all the more sweet. May you always ask each other how you can help and love each other every day. I love you both dearly. Congratulations on the start of your beautiful life together.
Thank you, Catherine. And now we'll have the newlyweds, Mr. and Mrs. Ashby.
I just want to say as a side note, one of the other prerequisites for Dinabee's partners was to not be in prison. So you can ask her about that. It wasn't too hard. I'm really grateful for the mic. It's the first chance I've had to get a word in today. First of all, thank you everyone for being here today. We know life's busy and it's no small thing to make the journey to join us here. Part of why we chose the destination wedding was not just for us, but so you could all enjoy a bit of a holiday as well. And it means the world to us to have you here celebrating with us. I especially want to thank our bridal party, Glenn, Mike, Bianca, Kat, Marnie and Darian. You've gone above and beyond for us, not just today, but all the way through. From planning, organising, calming nerves and probably putting up with more than you signed up for. Yeah, thank you. Each of you are so important to us and we're grateful for your friendships and ongoing support throughout our lives and the love you share our girls with. We couldn't and wouldn't have done it without you. Plus you all look kind of attractive today.
That's why we chose you, really.
More thank yous as well to our vendors and yeah, all the awesome Fijians for having us as well. Thank you. Big thanks to our parents, Liz, Ed, Danny and Dick, for the love and support that you've shown us in so many ways for our relationship and for this special day. We love you. And to Dins, you've been amazing in organising the wedding while doing so much of the heavy lifting with our girls. Thank you to my beautiful wife. You look so beautiful today and every day, of course. Yeah, so I want to do a quick toast to our beautiful Dinabee. Cheers.
And I hope that little speech was worth it because that's the last time you're getting the mic. On a serious note, this past year hasn't been an easy one. There have been challenges and moments that have really tested us, which make us feel that today is all the more precious. To be here, surrounded by the people we love the most, is something we'll never take for granted. We knew organising a destination wedding would mean there would be people who wouldn't be able to come, and we were prepared for that. What we weren't prepared for was the overwhelming number of you who are here today, who jumped on the chance to come when you heard. I shed many a happy tears. You are the people we choose to do life with, who guide, support, and love not only Tom and I, but our Hadley and Maeve. And Tom, I love you more than words. This day is not just about us, but it's about the family we created. Hadley and Maeve are so lucky to have you as their dad, and I'm so excited to be your wife. So please raise a glass to love, to laughter, to brighter days ahead, and of course, a lifetime of me always getting the last word. Cheers!
Yeah.
Cool.
Okay, that's all for the speeches. If you guys hadn't had dessert, please help yourself. And yeah, there's still some more food, so thank you for that. Thank you.
20 seconds, 20 years. Can I where you go? Can we always be this close? Forever and ever. Take me out and take me home. You're we could let our friends crash in the living room. This is our place. We make the call. And I'm highly suspicious that everyone who sees you wants you. I've loved you 3 summers now, honey. I want 'em all. Can I go where you go? Can we always be this close? Forever and ever. Take me out and take me home. Forever and ever. You're my lover. Ladies and gentlemen, will you please stand? With every guitar string scar on my hand, I take this magnetic force of a man to be my lover. My heart's been borrowed and yours has been new. All's well that ends well to end up with you. Swear to be over dramatic and true to my lover. And you'll say all your dirtiest jokes for me. And at every table, I'll save you a seat, lover. Where you go, can we always be this close? Forever and ever. Take me out and take me home. Forever and ever. You're lover.
That was beautiful. All right, guys. So the couple have organized. The couple have organized some entertainment.
Se o ta bo ya o mo ni to ma to mo ni ma la ba du la ba se se me ya Yamena to me good to a papa, and a penny is so at that side. Yamena to me good to a papa. Yamena to me good to a
Hello, my yeah. Hello, hello.
Laka, laka, my love.
tubu. Manu,